Yo guys, Spider-Bite here. We're following up again on Die Rise. I wasn't originally going to bring this to you guys in video format, but I thought, you know what? I didn't hack anything. I didn't get access to pirate anything, but the information's out there and it affects zombies, and I feel I gotta bring it to you. And you know, this stuff, this leaked stuff about Die Rise, quote unquote, supposed leaked information about Die Rise, could be totally out to lunch, but who cares? Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it, man, because it's kind of interesting. I mean, I posted that video about the poem that we thought Jimmy had slipped into Activision's forums, and it ended up being some guy, but it was very, very creative, and it was, you know, it was kind of fun to go through. So what the hell? Let's go through this. We'll talk about it. I'll put a link to the actual posting. It was from sevensins.com, the forums over there. I'll put a link if you want to take a look at it while we're going through it here in video format. Okay, anyways, supposedly someone pirated this revolution. I'm just reading from the post, okay? Pirated revolution and has details about Die Rise. Here as follows. And the kicker is, I mean, what if this actually happens to be true? I don't believe it. I mean, maybe portions of it. I don't know. But if it does happen to be true, then hey, at least we got to talk about it way ahead of time. All right, so here's a quick synopsis of the map. When you select a map on the globe, it's located in Central Europe, which is, yeah, so, you know, transit is in the North America and Nuketown, right? So it says Breslau, Germany, and we've actually seen that on the screenshot from the loading screen. When highlighted is represented by a picture of a skyscraper. When you select it, you're given a few options, like in Green Run. You can either play... Now, remember, that image that we saw was only for the survival loading of the map. You can either play Die Rise the whole map, or play in one of the smaller areas, and there's 4 smaller areas: city, village, nuclear plant, and jailhouse. So, again, this sort of still doesn't fit in with that loading screen image, which is a survival loading screen image of Die Rise. You know, if this is in fact true, you would be able to play city, village, nuclear plant, and jailhouse, or, you know, one, maybe not all 4 of them, similar as to what we have in Transit or on Green Run. We can only play 3 of the 5. Then you may only be able to play 1, 2, 3, or even all 4 of them, but it would load up as city survival, village survival, nuclear plant survival, jailhouse survival, not Die Rise survival. Anyways, okay, let's keep going. In Die Rise, you start off on a hill in the middle of a field surrounded by fog. Okay. There is a tree on the hill, so what part is this? Would this be the village, perhaps? I don't know. There's a tree on the hill with quick revive right in front of it, and there are 2 pickets around the base of the hill, one with the M14, the other with the Olympia. Zombies will come out of the fog and attack you. You can step foot into the fog, but you will be attacked by denizens. Okay, so denizens. This hill is basically the central hub of the map. All of the areas are located around it. Not sure how that works, because in Green Run you start off in the bus depot and you have the weapons available there. It's kind of weird to be starting in a location that would be more like akin to the cornfield or Nocturne or the cabin or whatever. But okay. Let's see. The bus in this map has been replaced with a wagon ride. Once again, piloted by Ted, except this time wearing a farmer's outfit. Honestly, I mean, if this stuff turns out to be true, I'm going to have a good laugh. The wagon will come by the hill at around 5, and if you get on board, he will take you to one of the 4 areas that make up the map. The wagon travels along dirt trails that run through the field. The field is very big, by the way, and I've already found some secrets in it, such as a crashed fighter jet. So the time frames don't really make a whole lot of sense here, particularly when we look at the image, the banner image of the GameStop for Die Rise. I mean, it looks more modern than what this is describing. All right, so to keep things simple, I'll describe one area at a time. The city. The title is self-explanatory. Okay, I would think the other ones would be self-explanatory also. This area is a cityscape environment. There are a few points of interest here. First and foremost is a skyscraper. The building contains speed cola, a box spawn, and a few other things. The roof area is where the Pack-a-Punch can be found. You can navigate the different floors with the elevator. There are 5 or so different floors. Wow, really? I wonder if there are stairs available also, including the roof area. There's also an unfinished building in the city, which was obviously under construction when the apocalypse occurred. In there, you can build the headlamp using a hard hat and a flashlight. Wearing it lets you see your way through the fog easier and makes you immune to denizens when you have it switched on. Not sure how a hard hat with a flashlight would prevent denizens from jumping on your face, but okay. I think it also causes more zombies to come after you, but I can't say for sure. There are also a few small buildings that don't need to be open, which have weapons in them. Last but not least, there's a small park area, which is where you'll find another box location and double tap root beer. Something interesting here is a toppled statue of Adolf Hitler. All right. Village. This area is a simple rural village with a windmill, a well, a few houses, and some farmland. Nothing too important here except a box location, Juggernog, and Deadshot. That doesn't... Whoa. Didn't we already see Juggernog? No, that said Speed Cola. Okay. This place seems to be the best for running trains. Nuclear plant. As you might guess, the main point of interest here is the power. The plant is one of those big white tubular structures. You can head down some stairs and open a door to get inside the underground facility. In here you'll find a box location, mule kick, and the power switch itself, which thankfully doesn't need to be built. There is also an under construction atom bomb in the center of the facility. And railroad station. This is a small train station. It consists of a building, a train, and the boarding platform. Here you'll find Stamina Up and Tombstone, a box location, and the Galvanuckles inside the train itself. So yeah, that was a brief description of the map. Again, I'm just still reading off the post. Obviously, you can't get the full effect by just reading the breakdown, but apparently this guy really likes it. But he hasn't played it much, so there's probably a lot more to it. The city is the only area he's really explored in. There's definitely a lot of secrets to be found in this very large map, supposedly. What else? Okay, so let's keep going here. There are a couple other posts. There are actually there's a second post, and there's a Q&A. And oh, sorry, I forgot some of the achievements. Supposedly there are 4 achievements listed here that are part of this DLC for just for zombies. And you know that they typically don't do multiplayer achievements, although they did multiplayer achievements in the main game, so perhaps they will have multiplayer achievements in the DLC. I can see clearly now. In Die Rise, clear all the fog. That's interesting. My understanding was that they actually kept the fog in there so that your frame rate would be fine with such a large map area, but perhaps not. Don't rock the boat. In Die Rise, complete an entire cycle in the wagon without it being damaged. Anonymous. In Die Rise, kill a zombie using only the black hat. Where it all started. In Die Rise, discover the giant. And supposedly, and I think we're going to talk about this as we go here, there is, Derice is located somewhere on this map. Okay, so here's the second post. I guess a lot of the original threads were being deleted, and you know, they're blaming on Treyarch. I mean, these things get deleted, not necessarily that they're correct or not, but they were getting deleted at any rate. Okay, so here's some new info. The Black Hat can be obtained from the box and behaves much like the hacker from Moon. The achievement trophy files indicate you can kill a zombie with it, but so far I haven't been able to do so. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any signs of a wonder weapon. It may be a buildable again, because besides the hacker, I haven't seen anything new in the box. Well, I mean, we didn't have a buildable wonder weapon in the original release. It was just a freaking jet gun. The hell. On the roof of the skyscraper, you'll find the Pack-a-Punch. It doesn't have to be built this time around. The Death Machine is back. It's the Black Ops 2 version of the Death Machine, of course, and is as fun to use as ever. I hope you can revive people while using it now, though. One more thing. He doesn't know if this is correct, but considering the Easter egg achievement is to discover the giant, the map takes place in Breslau. I have a feeling the Easter egg will behave like Shangri-La, and the field area is the former site of Derice, so perhaps you're traveling back and forth in time. Okay, then there's a Q&A. Is the map bigger than Green Run? Is it better? Is it a city? It's hard to compare because they're laid out so differently, but he's saying that Die Rise is bigger in terms of the actual non-fog areas. For example, city is easily twice the size of town. Okay. Are there any new perks? He's supposedly seen every perk except PhD. And yes, by that I mean Deadshot and Mule Kick are back, and yeah, no PhD, unfortunately. Who are the characters, and is there less fog than Green Run? What do the zombies look like? Transit characters, so we've got Misty, Marlton, Russ, and Stuhlinger. Fog levels about the same. Zombies are civilians like in Green Run, but the character models are redone to keep things fresh. I've also noticed that the zombies look different depending on the area you're in. For example, zombies in the village tend to be wearing farmers' outfits, and zombies in the city wear suits and stuff like that. It's a nice touch. Okay, again, this part of it really doesn't make sense and almost throws a wrench into the entire thing, because the official image, the official banner image in GameStop shows them in body armor. So this doesn't make any sense at all. But whatever, it's fun to go through. Isn't this fun? Okay, how good is the carriage, or whatever? Better than the bus, or worse? And also look for things that can possibly fall and try to hack them to detach them. Answer, you get a much better view of zombies coming towards you, but it's worse in the sense that it can be damaged, causing it to slow down and shake, which messes up your aim. That's what I was thinking. I bet you can somehow interact with the environment using Black Hat to use a makeshift trap to kill the zombies. Can you hurt Ted and get ejected from the carriage, and are there robot horses? It's not a horse-driven carriage like from the Oregon Trail. It's more like a hayride sort of thing, so I'm assuming like a tractor. Is it one big survival map, or is it transit with mini survival and grief maps? When you select it on the globe, it zooms into an overhead view of the field and the 4 areas on the north, south, east, and west corners. You can select one of these 4, or select the icon right in the middle of the field, which lets you play the whole map. When you're playing the whole map, you start off in the middle of the field, and we already explained this. So, again, it doesn't make sense with the loading screen with the survival. If you know that much about the new zombie map, then it's possible to think you know the secrets of the old one too. No, I have no idea about the Green Run Easter egg, etc. Is the railroad station express? No, it's nothing like it. Are there soldier zombies like on the concept art? In the power plant, there are soldier-looking zombies. Okay, that's kind of odd. Maybe you have to lead them from the power plant to the city? I don't know. Whatever. Is the Peacekeeper SMG in Zombies 2? No, he's saying it's only in multiplayer. Have you seen for or looked for Derice? And no, he hasn't. What pulls the carriage? I think he said a tractor. And they asked about a helicopter, perhaps. No helicopter. I found a crash fighter jet in the field, but no helicopter. The carriage is pulled by an old-fashioned tractor-like vehicle. And what else? When will it be playable for PC users? And, we know that it's going to be sometime in February. End of February. What drives the tractor? Ted, supposedly. We named all the achievements. And what else? We only have a couple more. How much lava is there? Is Jug easy to get to? There's only about the same amount of lava as Green Run, maybe a little less. Jug is in the village. I haven't got it yet, but I've seen it. Is the lava more like scenery in inaccessible places, or like Green Run where there are pools and cracks that you have to jump over or otherwise get set on fire? It's in the playable area. It's not as obnoxiously placed as in Green Run, though. So anyways, I don't know. You guys can go over to the posting. I just wanted to cover it here, and like I said, I don't believe... I mean, some of it sounds kind of believable, but it sort of sounds like it's been made up according to... these people are very, very creative. It does sound like it's made up and taken from a bunch of different sources and images that we have seen. Again, the thing that I find funny is that these guys come out... As soon as the image... had been released, right? The banner image in GameStop had been released. It's like the next day you get this flood of people spamming information, and there are some other posts with some conflicting information to this one as well that sound fairly creative. But it's funny how you get this information immediately after there's another leak. I mean, if he had it, could he have not leaked this information prior to the leak of the image coming out stating the Revolution DLC is coming? It's just too convenient in my mind. And also, I mean, if he does have access to this, and we have seen this before with Terminal, like especially Terminal in Modern Warfare 3, there was somebody who hacked it and had access to it early and posted video footage on YouTube. We haven't seen anything other than that the images that I showed you in the last video, where it shows the loading screen, the start screen, and then just one simple in-game image that you can't make out anything. You would think that people would actually be posting or have posted some gameplay. Yes, it's probably going to get taken down, but we would have had reports of it actually being posted at some point. So, like I said, hard to believe anything in this posting, but I wanted to bring it to you anyway as a theory, theorizing, or discussing, whatever. Who cares? Let's just discuss it, right? And just bringing you more information for coverage of Black Ops 2 Zombies. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I'm Spider and I'm out.